But as we move forward to the second news story, talk about somebody that they don't want to lose. That's Chris Jericho. News came out that, and actually AEW put out the news, so AEW wasn't even news. It was just AEW let us all know that Chris Jericho had signed what they called a contract extension for 3 more years, locking him into the end of 2026. Yet, Dave Meltzer did write in the latest 2025. His contract runs through the end of 2025, early 2026. But Dave Meltzer did write in the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, quote, Chris Jericho signed a new contract with AEW through early January 2026. The press release said December 2025. And it's been confirmed that it's actually January 2026. While figures were not available, his old deal was for $3 million a year, and he obviously got a raise. And given the timing, likely a good raise. This is not a contract extension. His old deal, a 3-year contract with a 2-year option, similar to the timing of the Young Bucks and Adam Page, was to expire in January of 2024 at $3 million per year. The past week, he signed a new 3-year contract with a higher dollar figure. We don't know the raise, but it's a bigger contract and obviously the biggest contract of his life. That goes into effect January 2023, essentially ending his old deal 1 year earlier and starting a new contract at that point in time. So Chris Jericho locked into the company. AEW did state that he has signed with a elevated role, and we don't 100% know what exactly that elevated role is, but there have been rumors of people within AEW signing new talent contracts, but also getting put on possibly as employee. Maybe you get health care and other benefits. The one big rumor right now is that Jon Moxley signed a new deal, and maybe he got enticed to sign the new deal by becoming an employee, getting benefits and so forth, because Moxley had said it in the past that his first AEW deal may be his last wrestling deal, or at least his last full-time deal, but he's still signed full-time with AEW as far as his new deal does go that he just signed as well. So there is a rumor that some people in the company could be getting signed to not just new talent deals, but new talent deals that also make them somewhat of employee to get them benefits and whatnot. Hence why in the Moxley press release, it said he will be moving into an elevated role, mentoring, coaching, and so forth. The Jericho one just says he will be moving into a, quote, elevated role. Actually, I can read the press conference right, or the press release right. Let me go to it, find it in my email. I have it right here. Tony Khan announced that Chris Jericho, the Ring of Honor World Champion and leader of the Jericho Appreciation Society, has signed a contract extension through December 2025, keeping sports entertainment alive and well in AEW for the foreseeable future. Jericho will also increase his responsibilities with AEW, serving as a producer and creative advisor, in addition to continuing to mentor the young talent. So that's what it is. Jericho will now be working as a producer and a creative advisor, which would then make him an employee, getting him benefits. That's what it is. I knew there was something here. I wasn't sure if they actually had stated in the press release. That's why I wanted to go back and just double check that. But yeah, Chris Jericho signed a new deal with AEW that's got to be worth more than $3 million a year. Plus, he's now working as a producer and a, quote, creative advisor, whatever that actually means. And we'll see if we get any more information on this, but kudos to Jericho. 51 years old, I want to say. And signing a new deal, staying in wrestling, keeping himself relevant. Yes, 51 years old. Also, Jericho did file a new trademark that most likely probably has to do with his cruise. He filed the trademark, quote, Chris Jericho's Blood Boat. Well, I don't know if that has to do with his cruise, but the trademark does state that it is for entertainment services in the nature of production of professional wrestling events, live music concerts, stand-up comedy, parties, social entertainment events, and other entertainment on board of cruise ships. So there we go. It is for the cruise. So I don't know if maybe he's going to run a pay-per-view from the boat. Maybe he runs something on Fight TV live from the boat, and it's called Chris Jericho's Blood Boat. And it's a pay-per-view with, I don't know, Ring of Honor matches and AEW matches and so forth. That would actually be pretty dang cool. That would be actually really cool, calling it the Blood Boat. Chris Jericho's Blood Boat. Because I doubt they call the cruises the Rock and Rager at Sea. Keep that name. That's more appealing to the masses. Then you could run a show maybe called Blood Boat. Oh, I got it. It's a multi-entertainment event. It's got wrestling matches. Maybe there's a Fozzy performance and somebody else in between. Maybe he brings on one of his comedy buddies to do like a 5-minute set. So maybe it's like 2 bands get 15 to 20 minutes, 4 wrestling matches, and then a comedian or 2 get 10 minutes or so. That'd be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool because it says right here, entertainment services in the nature of cruise ships, professional wrestling events, live music concerts, stand-up comedy parties, social entertainment events, and other entertainment on board of a cruise ship attractions. Jericho, keeping everything alive, sticking with AEW for the foreseeable future, and if all goes how I think it's going to go, we'll probably sign another deal in January of 2026. At least to stay on in some sort of a role. Maybe not to wrestle by then, but as a producer, creative advisor, and so forth.